VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. At the end of the 20th century, a scientist saw a killer comet on its way. He filmed instructions for its destruction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants, Nick and Joe, must search every corner of his drone for a cassette that is our only home. But in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they find. VCR Party Live. VCR Party Live. Melinda's.
Well, hello, Melinda's! Here we are, VCR Party, Tuesday night. The gang's all here. I'm Joe, there's Nick, there's George, there's Steve, and I'm in the office with 13,000 VHS tapes and growing. It's probably at 14,000 now. And we are attempting to watch every single one of them with this show, VCR Party. And we just got back from the UK, Nick, with probably our best haul ever of VHS tapes.
A lot of people brought us tapes, including our pal Greg from Ireland, who's actually joining us today. He's from outside of Dublin, and he's going to come on the show later. We're pre-recording because it's 5 hours later there, so he'll be out in a minute to show us some of the Irish videos he gave us that night.
Oh, and he opened for us at that Dublin show, and his tastes are he has very good taste. So we had to get him on.
Like you were saying, Joe, it's tough for us to we can't be everywhere at once, and so we weren't part of the VHS collecting culture in the UK, and haven't been able to find much at the thrift stores there. But luckily, 20 years in, people know what we like and have been bringing us things.
Well, look at some of these, and I hope you're real excited when you see this. Practical incubation, the video.
Practical, okay, okay.
It took me a second to realize what I thought it was rocks, but then I guess it's eggs because that would make sense for incubation. Okay. But it's practical. It's not this sloppy incubation that you're used to. Here's another good one. I think Cinematic gave us this one. Learn about your breasts. So I think it's like a teen health video. I would assume. I would hope so. We got this one. Who gave us this one? The rat catching video.
Oh, that was from Straight to Video.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, the rat catchers. We got this one, and it's very homemade. It's all about catching rats, and I don't like rats as much as the next guy, but this guy goes a little too far. It's like we watched a little bit of it. We had to shut it off because it was just like a lot of.
Is it rats like catching them to hang out with them, or catching them?
No. Kill them. Yeah.
Would he get along with the mole killer guy, Jeff?
He probably would actually.
Yeah. They'd be fast friends, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I have two more to show you. This one is we picked up How to Live Through the Menopause.
I didn't realize it caused your hands to swell. I didn't. I know there are a lot of things that happen, but
but on this trip, we also picked up How to Live Through the Menopause. We got two.
Yeah,
we got two. Wow. How to Live Through the Menopauses. How the hell did that happen?
Oh, Matt now you and Nick don't have to fight over it.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt from Leeds gave us one, and then somebody else gave us one too. I can't remember where we found the other one.
What are the odds of that?
Yeah, incredible. So,
and there's a bunch more here too. Maybe I'll throw them up during the show at some point. But let's get into a Found Footage Festival classic for now.
Let's start off.
Video.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
While we were there, we hung out with our buddy Al Needham, who he has a podcast. It's all about what is it, Nick? Help me out here. I didn't do any research before talk about Al Needham's podcast.
I think it's about Top of the Pops.
That's what it is. I didn't want to say it, but
I haven't listened to it yet. But yeah.
Anyway, he's a cool dude. He gives us videos. And last week I played the one not Mr. T.
Miss ATV, was it?
Miss ATV that he gave us. And now he also gave us Mr. TSW, which is regional television. It's a pageant for men. They all look like they're reluctant to be there. Nobody's excited. Everybody's embarrassed. Yep. And it's pure gold. So here's some highlights from Mr. TSW.
I haven't seen this
in
for
the
a
Southwest,
while. Okay.
The search is on to find Mr. TSW. And as a group of the Southwest's pioneering young men take up the challenge, the jury have to decide who will best represent this brand new title, Mr. TSW 1982.
Contestant number 1 is Keith Axton. He's 24 and his measurements are 38, 32, 37.
Look at this look. Look at this look.
Number 3 is...
I mean, British people are notoriously embarrassed very easily, right? So they cannot be comfortable with this.
What are your measurements, Nick?
I think 32, 32, 32.
Are you serious?
Kind of a flat. I mean,
okay, you're a rectangle then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a Cliff Bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Is Michael Bennett, who likes to be called Wiggy. I don't know why, don't ask. Number 10 is Mark Goddard. Number 5, oh, hello.
That's actual He-Man, isn't it? That's like actual He-Man.
Like
is that Prince Adam or is that He-Man?
I think it's, well, good question. I think it's actual He-Man. Yeah.
Mervyn Blake. He's 20 and his measurements, oh ladies, eat your heart out, 44, 34, 29. Number 17.
What are the measurements? It's chest and waist?
Waist and hips.
Okay. Does anybody care about, I don't know.
Male hips?
Yeah.
I don't think they really care.
I do.
Well,
sorry.
Some people do.
I only listen to the third number. I don't.
Right. You're only a hips man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Name is Glenn Richard. He's a laboratory technician.
You just kind of skipped over his measurements.
He likes visiting auctions, gardening, photography, dressing up as Dracula. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have our Mr. TSW. Thanks. What were you doing? Thanks to all the lads for being such sports.
If you remember, first of all, I found that Michael Wiggy Bennett had died. Yeah. Tragically, he had come to the U.S., but then I think his name was Robert. I want to say Sturbridge, something like that. I found him. I said, "Hey, would you like to be on the show?" He said, "Sure." And then he watched an episode and he said, "I don't want to do it."
That's how it usually goes.
But that was what, like 2 or 3 years ago? You know, we've evolved since 2 or 3 years ago.
Up or down?
Yeah.
One way or the other.
2 weeks ago, we had the cough off. I don't know if that's going to win any news.
Yeah, but that was after party. That was an after. We don't want him on after party. We want him on the more prestigious show.
I have more of a chance of getting Michael Wiggy Bennett on than him.
Yeah.
Will you reach out to him one more time and just say, "Hey, just a nudge. Any chance we could have you back on the show?"
Or do you know the guy who "Ooh, ladies, eat your heart out"? Do you know that guy?
The actual He-Man.
Yeah.
Erwin Blake. Yeah. It reminds me of when in swimming class in high school, we all had to wear colored like Speedos based on our waist size. Yeah. So it was just kind of embarrassing, and you're just kind of putting your weight problems right on display there with the color of your bikini.
And there was always one kid who looked like He-Man.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a nightmare.
Were your bikini briefs or whatever you called them? Because we had them too at our school. Yeah. We went to different schools. Were they color coded? Because I remember you'd like go up and you'd say, "I'll take a purple."
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. It was based
navy
on
blue
waist size, so it was
navy
just advertising.
Yep.
I believe. Yeah. I would think I was navy blue too, George.
Sorry.
All right. That's. Steve, are you selling out to anybody?
Oh, I am. Thank you for asking. I am selling out to. This is a fun one. Your Old Dad, spelled YEROLDAD. Who revisits game shows from the 60s and beyond, as well as producing his own game shows. The best part is you, the audience, get to participate and play along. You can join him at twitch.tv/youroldad. As you get spelling on the thing. It's a lot of fun, and he's fun, and he's very passionate. Like, he gets into it. I've seen him break keyboards. He's a lot of yelling, but it's a lot of fun. Like, I play the match game, and see how many answers he gets correct now, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I love the
fantastic
game shows from that era. When we were in England, every night we would watch Bullseye. I don't know if you guys seen Bullseye before, but I don't know if your old dad has watched Bullseye, but he should add that to the list.
Yeah,
it's so
Monday,
good.
Wednesday, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern time. You can find them. So please support the Melindas that support us.
That sounds fantastic.
Fantastic sponsor.
All right. Hey, let's get in some funny names, huh?
Funny names.
Right when I thought we were running out of them, another one just popped in my head, and I'm not 100% sure if this is a funny name, but look what we have left: U, V, X, Y, O, I, and K.
Okay.
All right, not exactly the easiest letters.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually dug around on a bunch of New Age videos today, like 5 of them, looking for the next Quetzal. You never know when you're going to find the next Quetzal. And
New Age names from
yeah,
spiritual realm.
Yeah, but they all had normal names. I was like, how New Age are you if you just have a normal name? But I thought about an old video that we had released by Scimitar, a certain video called How to Dance Dirty, something like that. We'll see the title.
Learn the art of dancing dirty?
Yep, learn the art of dancing dirty, and it had a funny name. Here we go. Not those names.
Nothing funny yet.
Not funny enough. Not funny enough. Musical score, Scheme Ya. But then also Kurt Miller. Kurt, that spelling of Kurt could be funny too. What do you think about that? Is that funny enough?
I think we'd get hell for that if they don't like Steve Miller.
Steve Martin.
Or Steve Martin, I mean. Yeah.
What are we? Yeah, so there you have it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there might be some debate about that because I think Scheme Ya is the name of the score, not the person. But
no, I think.
Why do you think that?
Because it's in quotes.
But Scheme Ya was. I think it's in that culture, you're named after what your mother screamed while you're being born.
Oh, right. They probably didn't get an epidural.
Right. Scheme Ya.
Well,
right.
Okay, but it could be just one person who called themselves Scheme Ya. If that's the case, then Quetzal has to go too, then, because Quetzal wasn't born with the name Quetzal.
I don't think you know that for a fact.
And Nick, let me ask you this: do you really want Quetzal to go?
No, I don't. But I think the name of the song is Scheme Ya.
You really boxed him in there.
I think we looked this up, but I think the name of the song was Scheme Ya. Not. It wasn't like the artist was called Scheme Ya. But I don't
know. I don't trust your memory.
All right.
Let's just go for now. It's going to be a placeholder.
Let's put it in.
We need a Y so bad. Just let me have this, Nick. Come on.
Yeah. Sorry, didn't mean to bring it up. Scheme Ya is in, everybody. Until it's proven otherwise, Scheme Ya is a funny name. What were you going to say?
I was going to say, what are we?
Okay, I'm going to just mention briefly because we're on the road. And we only have like maybe, I don't know, a handful of dates left on this Volume 10 tour. So if you're in any of these places, come see us. Buffalo, we're in Toronto, almost sold out in Toronto in a couple weeks. Then Hamtramck, which is near Detroit, Nashville, Kansas City, Petersburg, Illinois, which I still don't know where that is.
Hamtramck?
Richmond Heights
is
St. Louis. That's kind of a suburb of St. Louis. And then Albany, Louisville, Indianapolis.
My favorite part of the show where Nick tries to work out the cities that we're playing. I look forward to this segment every single time.
Bornhop will join you for the.
I'm reaching out to him. That's for sure. Yeah, and I can't wait to confuse him with like, wait, what? How am I involved in this whole thing here? Like, what is? What do I have to? Is this a bowling show you guys do?
No, we did one show that was a bowling show. Anyway, all the tour dates are at foundfootagefest.com, so come see us. A few opportunities, and then the summer is pretty much off for us. So,
okay. Oh, we got the results of the Georgia State Jingle coming up, and I think everybody's gonna be real happy with that.
All right, I want to bring Greg. I want to bring Greg out, but let's get into some flying windows real quick. Evan sent in these flying windows, which are unlike any I've seen, and it's a local, I think, Steve, a Boston sports show on a local channel there called Sports Final. And this one featured for the first time in the same room Bobby Orr, Ted Williams, and Larry Bird. So you should be excited about this.
Steve, you think? Wait. Steve, do you think you could get emotional during this? Because those are all your sports heroes.
It's possible. It's possible.
Sometimes sports will make a grown man cry.
Oh, 100%.
Or
I don't know that just seeing 4 guys that I've seen highlights
in a commercial.
Good, but yeah, it might.
Wait, George, are you getting emotional?
Wow. Didn't expect that. Look at it. Ordered but half opacity. Overlapping.
What's this song? What's this?
It went from like grunge to Moog in 10 seconds.
I'm trying to think who this sounds like.
It was the demo key on some synthesizer.
And the intro definitely isn't too long.
Yeah.
No.
And look, you get all the sports balls here: basketball, tennis, soccer.
Oh. They're all in the shape of an O. It's only sports in the shape of an O.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to a very special one-hour edition of Sports Final. Bobby, Ted, and Larry, it's a thrill for us to have you here, needless to say.
They look thrilled, too, based on their body language.
Yeah, they're stoked.
Steve, are you crying?
Just tears flowing.
Wait, can you put that back up, the last image?
Yeah.
We don't have to watch that again.
I'd kind of like to hear the song.
Look at that.
Okay.
The outfit?
The sweaters, the sweater
Yeah.
sandwich we got here. We got two pieces of bread that are the sweaters, and then you got the gray meat in the middle. Who's the guy in the middle?
Ted Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, his head got cut off, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's right.
I know important things about sports. Like I know Larry Bird was in Larry Bird versus Dr. J by Electronic Arts for the Commodore 64.
Yep.
See, I know sports.
Common knowledge.
Yep. There you go.
Nope.
There you go.
Look at you, sports nut.
I have something really quick that I've been trying to get on the show forever, and it involves Larry Bird. And so this, someone had sent me a photo that they had just gotten of a signed Larry Bird autograph. And look what my computer asked. Is this the same or different person? It's a picture of Joe.
No way.
And Larry Bird. This is not done.
That's not even close, though. It's not.
That's what I thought. I thought it was a little bit strange.
Yeah, they're both doughy white guys. Is there a button for that?
I think it thinks that his nostril and eye are your eyes. Because I think
I get that a lot. Actually, I get that all the time.
I made the same mistake.
I don't know what it was, but boy, what did that make my day when I came across it? I've been waiting for the right time to pop that one out.
That's fantastic.
Day,
so. Oh man!
Thank you, Evan, for making that possible.
What did you say? Did you say yes or no?
I've clicked yes 100%. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yes, fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we teased this up top, but Greg Molloy, he's got a YouTube page that has Irish TV, like taped off TV things. It's amazing. It's actually on Twitter. He's KM2 TV Archive. Let's bring him out here to show us our raviolis. Steve.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Greg, welcome.
Hi,
Hello,
Greg.
guys. How are you? Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Are you in your VHS room? Like, what do you? I gotta make you larger here. I gotta see what you got.
Yeah. Well, one of them.
Wow, you got
I'm just at the bottom of the stairs where they really are.
Oh, and you got a Sin of the City shirt on too. You look sharp. You look real sharp.
And
you weren't wrong when you said hard to explain T-shirts. I have a lot of fun with this one. A lot of people in the pub after they've met me go home looking for it on Netflix. So you know.
Oh yeah.
Sin of the City can only be found here on VCR Party.
Someday it'll be on Netflix.
Now we were talking to you. We have 13,000 videos and growing, but you've told us what is your number at?
In around 20, I'd say. But it's easier for the type of tape that I get. I just get stuff that's taped off TV and that, you know. Whereas what your guys, what you're looking at is a little bit more specialized.
Wait, like 20,000?
Yeah.
Wow.
You see, I've got a lot of collections from people that just gave up the ghost, and I just took the whole collection off them, and sometimes there could be thousands in those, you know.
Yeah.
The largest collection I got was 3,000 tapes.
Oh man, what do you do with them? Do you categorize them? Are they archived well, or do you just toss them in a room?
Originally, I had quite a busy YouTube channel. I was saying to you when you were over in Dublin that I got the 3 strikes, and that put an end to that. And then after that, I just went on to Twitter and that. But it's mainly just archiving old TV, and particularly Irish TV, because Irish TV has a real archive problem, particularly from the 80s onwards, and that's really what I do. So it's finding lost television is what I do, and it was only you guys that kind of introduced me to open my eyes to the weird and wacky stuff that I wasn't taking, because I was leaving a lot of the tapes that you would love behind years ago because I thought they were no good. They weren't interest to me,
Yeah,
but that's changed since,
Well, you definitely play some weird and wacky stuff for us when you opened for us in Dublin, and let's dive in. Let's see some. What do you got?
I think you're starting off with the Super Bowl. Is that right?
Yeah, because this is something we do have some taped on off TV things, but like you said, a lot of these just are lost for the ages. So when you find like this is a recording of the first time the Super Bowl aired on Irish TV in 1986, right?
Yeah, basically RTE, the Irish television company here, they were actually the first on this side of the Atlantic to cover American football at all. So they were showing the Super Bowl live from about 1985, and Channel 4 in the UK followed on a couple of years later. But what happened with the RTE was, obviously nobody over here knows very much about the NFL. So they were showing the Super Bowl. I know, obviously they're used to showing soccer games or Gaelic football games or that type of thing where there's not much talk. There's only a half time, 15 minutes or whatever. So when they started showing the Super Bowl, they realized they had a lot of time to fill, and there was nobody in RTE that knew very much about American football. So they were basically bringing in randomers and celebrities and anybody and just asking them what they knew about the game and that type of thing. So this first clip is of a musician. It's Dickie Rock is his name, and he's well-known musician. He still is. He knew nothing at all about American football, and I think you'll see from the clip how awkward the conversation was.
We'll meet the stars of Super Bowls past when we return after these messages from your local station.
And your local station here doesn't have any messages at the moment. Dickie Rock's still with me. That enormous man you saw there in the lineup was William Perry, the refrigerator, number 72. He really is a giant. 23 stone, of course, 6'2". Dick, they really do this well, don't they, in America?
What do you mean by the refrigerator?
Well, that's a name he was given, apparently, when he was in college. They called him the refrigerator.
He's so cold, is it? He's cool.
Well, I don't know the exact derivation of it. Miles probably does. I don't know, but... Anyway, he looks like a refrigerator. He's still so big, Yeah. And he eats everything that's in refrigerators.
What is beautiful about the whole thing? The presentation is so important.
Yeah.
Not just the game, but the way they introduce the team.
It's real showbiz.
It's real showbiz, and it would be so simple to do here.
Good, of course.
Introduce the player to the
just the crowd. A little matter of organising it, rehearsing it.
It's nice.
They rehearse it and go through it, and get everything spot on. It's like the Olympic Games.
That's right.
Remember, they had all that Hollywood show business in the Olympic Games.
So well done,
And
the people pay the money, and they get the best.
I think the American psychology is different.
Well, they start playing serious football in high school, and they have serious high school games. They've got very big college games, and then they have the likes of this Super Bowl. I mean, they're used to it. I think they're very, very used to it at this stage.
Mm-hmm. You were saying, Joe, before we went into the break there, that the whole novelty of the thing is what attracts you here, and you don't mind paying all this money. £500. We heard you speak on the Late Late Show saying it costs £500 to get all the gear.
It did indeed, yes. Well, if I can just bring something in on that, the fact that the gear will now be available in a shop. Sports Gear Ireland will be bringing the gear into Ireland for around £350 a set, and that's not too bad.
You better not write a song about the refrigerator.
Wait, now who's this guy?
That guy is a very famous guy. Dermot Morgan is his name. I don't know whether Father Ted has made its way over.
I've heard of Father Ted.
Yeah, that's Father Ted.
Okay. So they're asking him too for some reason about what he thinks about the Super Bowl at halftime.
For some reason, exactly. Yeah, it was just completely random.
Okay.
I don't think he was too impressed.
Yeah, they said he's talking about writing a song about Refrigerator Perry or something. And
Yeah.
You better not write a song about the refrigerator, because I heard Barry McGuigan said he was going to hit you dig on the radio the other day.
I'd hit him a dig if I thought it was.
I'd hit a dig. And if he has the refrigerator to back him up, you've no chance at all.
The word is awesome, isn't he? He's awesome, man.
Right.
He's awesome. Listen, Brendan, the one thing we have to practice is the high five. Everybody, the high five. You know the. No, it's not.
Oh, the high five. That's right. That's right.
Give it a high
the first ever Irish high five. We witnessed it.
The first televised one.
Yeah.
They didn't know what to do when he put his hand up. They were just like, yeah. I thought that was just like ingrained into our DNA that we high five when you say hand up.
We weren't very Americanized in the 80s.
Oh, man.
And the word awesome, too? That wasn't a thing, I guess?
Well, it probably... No, not really.
I feel like it would be like if they asked me to come on and talk about cricket or something, just like
that's
I would
pretty much what
I would
was,
be.
yeah.
I would be like reaching for like names. I'd be like, oh, that's an interesting name, or like just the bats that they have are just spectacular. They're so big, and they're just. I could watch that all day long.
Yeah, but even the host, Brendan O'Reilly was his name. His only connection to American football is he had an athletic scholarship in the USA, and that's basically how he got the job hosting. Now he's a well-known sports presenter, but he had the nearest connection to NFL simply because he had a sports scholarship. Close enough. Yeah.
So
and even sorry, I was just going to say.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the one of the analysts they had on it was a guy called Tony Ward. And he was an international rugby player. And the only reason he was there was because the game was played with the same shaped ball.
Oh, yeah. Even closer. Yeah.
So it just goes to show how difficult it was for them.
Yeah. Is it a thing now? Is it covered broadcast in Ireland?
Oh,
now?
yeah.
Well,
it's completely changed now. You see, it's huge here.
Okay.
I mean, my own son is a Bengals fan, and he travels over regularly and so on.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So no, it's huge, but it changed so much in the 30 years. I think there's even an Irish NFL player. Kicker. Yeah, whose name escapes me, but it'll come back to me. Yeah.
Okay, so
but that would have been unthinkable 30 years ago.
They're high-fiving all the time now. So you said you started looking for other videos like we collect at charity shops and car boot sales, things like that, and you found that it was mostly Irish country music, like music videos, right, of these folk bands?
Yeah, well, country music is huge in this country. I mean, you guys probably think that, U2 or, for you, Nick Tin Lizzy, but it's not.
Sure.
Gareth Brooks sells more tickets over here than anybody else. So the whole country music scene is huge. And
all right, you gave us a tape for a song, and this is the one that stuck with me. It's called Irish Spuds. So let's watch a little bit of that.
Okay.
Spuds are really great. Good old Irish spuds are on everybody's plate. You can boil them in their jackets, chipped or mashed to treat. But the spuds they grow in Ireland, mashed are the best spuds you can eat.
Mouth watering.
Oh, that was good as hell.
Now the Scotchman loves the spuds. Yes, he eats them every time.
What is that kid's hair? I just noticed that.
It's like a chia pet.
Explain that, Greg.
I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine.
All right.
Says it makes him windy when he plays the old bagpipes. When roaming through the heather in a blizzard or a storm, he puts hot spuds inside his kilt to keep his tummy warm. Spuds, these spuds are really great. Good old Irish spuds are on everybody's plate. You can boil them in their jackets, chipped or mashed to treat. But the spuds they grow in Ireland, mashed are the best spuds you can eat. Now the Welshman loves his spuds, and he eats them by the ton. Cause when he's playing rugby, sure the spuds give him the runs. Taffy he loves singing, and the choir is his pride. He puts hot spuds inside his mouth to keep it open wide.
Spuds! I've had that song in my head since you sent it to us.
You know what it kind of sounds like? It kind of sounds like potato skins got baked potato appeal because they're made with potato skins that are real. Did that one make it over there? Greg?
That doesn't sound familiar to me, to be
Oh,
honest.
okay.
No.
It was for a potato chip called Tato Skins.
Yeah.
But anyway, the song sounded a lot like it. Is this the tape that you gave us? Is this Farmer
That's the
Dan
one.
here? Yeah,
That's the one.
here he
Farmer
is.
Dan. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could have picked any one of 1,000 videos because all these country music singers, they make a video for every song they make, and like that one you just seen, every scene in it, every lyric, they show you what it is. So if it's a Scotsman eating Spuds, you're going to see a Scotsman eating Spuds.
There's no,
You know?
it's just the most literal interpretation of the music.
Is this
We'll
another
play
one
more
that
on
you
the
gave
way-
us? Wait, is this another one that you gave us? Is this
Johnny Fingers? Is it?
Johnny
Yeah.
Fingers? Oh, I like Johnny Fingers.
Yes, funny name.
His video has 50 different tunes, and they're all filmed in just different parts of his field.
Oh man!
I'm
All
sold.
Right, we'll go out on another song from one of those country videos when we say goodnight. But then you said that in Ireland too, maybe because it was so Catholic, that you didn't get an official adult shop or porno videos from Ireland until pretty late in the 90s, right?
The censorship laws were just so strong up until the 90s. I mean, Playboy, for example, was banned in Ireland until 1994 or thereabouts, the mid-90s. So it was the whole 90s era where things just started to open up and change. Now, don't get me wrong, there was pornography in Ireland, but it was coming in from the UK and it was coming in from the States. But it was just, as I say, it was kind of legalized and it was opened up a little bit more. And the first sex shop opened up in 1991, believe it or not.
So, wow. And then you gave us this actual tape called Ireland's First Adult Video. Joe, do you have that?
Yeah, I have it right here. The very best of Irish adult home videos.
That's
right
the
here.
one, yeah.
Yeah.
That made a bit of news as well over, when that came out because it was so unusual. But if you look at it, there's no dialogue in it at all. So I mean, you can make up your own mind whether it was actually made in Ireland or not. You know, I have my own suspicions.
Okay.
Wait, did you have to do any blurring on this one, Nick, or did you?
Well, Greg put a little censor in front of one.
Oh,
thing,
that's right.
I just cut the parts that we didn't have to censor. So
okay.
I like the soundtrack.
Off to a great start.
You notice, Joe, that's a different name that's on the cover?
Oh, yeah. The cover was called The Best Of.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see. Yeah.
Even though it was the first video, they managed to make a compilation.
Yeah, right. How does that happen?
I don't know.
Oh, she's ready to party.
Here's how you can tell she's Irish. It's Louise from Dublin. God. It's a great set. This is, of course, Maggie from Belfast.
This feels a little bit like California Big Hunk, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Just music.
Ireland should be very proud of their first on-the-film video, I think.
Oh, they nailed it. They knocked it out of the park.
Wow.
Yeah. Hot stuff.
So I guess that opened the floodgates, though, and even on the morning shows, we've been on morning shows in the States, but they could show some pretty racy things. And this is remarkable. So you found a video that was just on a tape, and you're scrolling through it and you recognized somebody in it. Tell us about that.
Yeah. This was a daytime TV show from 1994. And they just, as I say, it was around that time that the first sex shop and things were up. So TV was even opening up a little bit and getting a bit more risque, and that so they were showing things that would never have been on Irish TV, maybe 5, even 10 years before. So this guy basically just turned up, a young jobbing model at the time, and maybe you want to roll it and see if people know who he is.
Yeah, I figured it out, but Joe, I don't think you knew who this was until
No,
I told you
I had no
afterwards.
idea.
So
Yeah.
maybe we'll have George and Steve see if they
What we're going to do
know.
is we're going to see selections for boys and girls, and we'll have a general chat and see how everybody feels about
Yeah,
them.
see
If we all
see
start
whether they
shifting our
like it or
seats
not.
and all that.
Right.
What's first? What do we got?
Okay, well, first on we have Colin.
Colin. All right. What's Colin
And
going
Colin
to do?
is wearing
That's not
very
Colin there, is
little.
it?
No, this is Colin.
No, that's Colin.
Colin is wearing a thong from A what? A thong.
Warner Chaplin wrote a song about that.
Do you know, George, Steve? Do you know who it is?
Yeah, it's Colin Farrell.
Oh, okay. I'm not a Hollywood hound like you guys are.
I could tell by the.
Steve, did you know?
No.
You didn't know it's Colin Farrell?
No.
I
Doesn't
knew
look
by
like a
the
friend to me.
washboard abs. I could tell.
Yeah.
And they'd never heard of a thong at the time either, it sounded like. They're like, what's it called?
This is my tongue, wasn't it?
This is my tongue.
Paddy, it's not a dip thong.
No, he looks wonderful.
Paddy, would you wear that?
No, how much is it?
It's $19.99.
You get 6
95.
decent wife runs and duns for that.
But they're not nearly as sexy as that. That's the best.
You get 6. What did he say there, Greg?
Wife runs,
What's that?
underwear,
Oh, okay.
men's underwear, boxer shorts or whatever.
At Dunn's? Is that a department
Yeah,
store?
that's just a department store, yeah.
Okay.
Seller.
Thanks for translating.
It's like a jockstrap. It's like a red
It is,
jockstrap.
yeah. It is a red.
Let's have a look at the back of him. Turn around.
I don't want to see the back of him.
See the back.
He's got a friend.
I'm not telling.
Who's
Colin
that?
has a friend. That's
Obviously a
Mimi.
track somewhere.
Mimi.
And Mimi's wearing a full bell ensemble, a bra, suspender belt, and panties and
How do
stockings.
they get that thin? I mean,
My God,
this
he
is a very
turned around.
disturbing thing for me. I bet she
Don't let him
eats
turn
chips.
around
Would you
again.
ever ask her does she eat chips?
Mimi, do you eat chips?
Yes, she does.
Could Colin turn around?
No, Colin, don't turn around again.
Colin, turn around, please.
Can you turn around? Ooh, look at that.
Tony,
Reminds you of a London
Tony's
soccer
got
club,
a
doesn't it?
great body though.
Tony, would you wear those?
He's not eating chips.
If I was wearing that, I'd have to wear a sock down the front to get the same effect as that man there.
We'll give you Tom Jones'
We'll give
phone
Colin's number afterwards, after the show.
Annie, I know you're very quiet over there. Probably better off.
But he looks cold.
I don't find the thong all that attractive,
Don't you?
really. I think things have to be a bit less obvious.
Less obvious. Right.
All right, okay.
That's fair
I
enough.
think you need a lot of attitude to carry that one off.
I think you need more than attitude.
So Greg,
Yeah.
this find made front page news literally in
Yeah.
Ireland.
No, there you You see that?
Oh,
it's flipped, but
Cole
Oh,
Monte.
is it flip? Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
The Cole Monte. The Cole Monte. It's kind of a stretch, but
yeah.
Cole's the next big thong.
And
that's based on your video that you had uploaded that
Yeah.
nobody else had. And then
Well,
you
no, I
uploaded
hadn't
it to the-
uploaded it. When I found it, I just put some screenshots on Twitter. You know, just asking people, did they recognize this guy? You know.
Yeah.
And then the papers then just came. and got
so
a piece
this
of
is a VCR part exclusive. That video clip has
Yeah.
never been shown apart from
I
our
think,
show
well,
in Dublin.
the newspaper, The Sun, they put it
Yeah.
up on their website, but it was heavily branded and all the rest, you know. So
Oh, nice.
First time
Okay.
it's first time it's been seen without all the watermarks and all that sort of stuff.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I think
Thank
before,
you
yeah.
for giving this that. And
Yeah.
did you say Colin Farrell made a comment about it too?
The Sun the week after had asked him about it. Oh no, sorry, I beg your pardon. They found an old clip where he talked about it. He told a reporter that he'd been on Irish television in the late 90s, and he hopes the tape is never found because he was embarrassed, you know, because it was the type of thing that it was never kept by RTE. So he assumed that it was gone, would never reappear, you know. So that was one of the reasons why it kind of made the papers, the fact that it had reappeared, and they covered the story a couple of years before. He was basically saying he'd offer money for it not to be found and that type of thing, you know. I'm sure he was
And
joking.
you just found it while scrubbing through one of your taped off.
Yeah, well,
tapes.
yeah.
Oh,
Amazing.
man. Excellent find.
Yeah.
Think of what percentage would you say you're done with watching all the videos? How far along are you in watching your collection?
No,
and is
no.
this like a full-time job? Do you do this?
Oh
every
God,
day?
no. No. This has always been just a hobby. But I mean, you know, I'd be looking for particular types of footage. So I'd be scrolling through a lot of tapes and that. You know, there's a lot of people do this is huge in the UK. There's a huge amount of YouTube channels and so on with old UK TV and that.
Okay.
And I used to do UK TV, but it just got so big. There's nothing really you can find anymore. There's nothing rare. So I kind of stay with the Irish thing because it's still kind of niche.
Yeah.
Well, just in the clips you sent us. Okay, so tell us who Derek Davis is.
Oh yeah. Well, Derek was a big TV star, daytime TV star, in Ireland, and this next clip is a late night chap where he kind of got into heavier news reporting, and in this clip he sent out a undercover reporter to a sex shop.
Let's see what Derek
I'm
Davis
laughing already.
has turned up.
Selection of magazines, and we have quite a few of them here. One which we did unwrap is called Wet and Pink, and it contains things like Randy Girls of Phone Sex, Get Off Now, No Credit Card Needed, Joanna talks through her geezer load orgasm, Luscious Anne's Got Your Number, Hers Is, and there is a telephone number. And inside, I suppose one could only describe it as candid and provocative photographs of
Very explicit.
vaginas and anuses and full frontal nudity.
All three?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the trifecta.
That'd be a good name for a porno magazine, Vaginas and Anuses. Don't you think? Yeah, exactly. Wow, that's good. Who is that guy? That guy, you know who that is? Is he still on TV?
Derek Davis, you mean?
Yeah.
No, he's no longer with us, unfortunately. He died a few years ago. But as I say, he was a big daytime TV star here. Yeah, so that's why that clip got a lot of laughs at the Dublin show, because it was very unusual to see him talking in that kind of way. You know,
he doesn't normally talk about anuses.
Exactly.
On the show? Okay. Oh, weird. Okay.
But ever since that day, he became a lifelong subscriber of White and Pink, though. That's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Was that
it's actually a good magazine.
No, the articles are
it's
what I read
fantastic.
for.
It's good.
What a trove of incredible Irish footage that we had never seen before. Greg, if you find more things, we'd love to have you back.
Let's make this a regular thing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
that's funny as well. Just before you go, I mean, how I found you guys, I only found you guys about 4 years ago because I hadn't come across you online. And I actually found that in a thrift store.
Really?
For the store, in Ireland.
Yeah.
Which I thought was ironic. It's probably the best place to find you would be in a thrift store.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. It's very unusual. How that ended up over here, I have no idea. Unless it was sold online or something, but it ended up in a thrift store.
12 years ago, we were in Dublin, but that was about it, doing a show. I don't know if that was volume 4.
Yeah, Yeah, plus people get halfway through and they're like, let's run this down to Goodwill. We don't need this. Yeah.
Your Twitter handle is Killian M2
That's the one.
and for X or whatever it's called. But every day there's new clips being posted, and it's amazing stuff. So thanks for joining us.
Yes, thanks, Greg.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it. And thank you for the show. Thank you for the live show. It was a great experience.
Again, next time we're back over there. Bring some
I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Greg, thanks for showing us your ravioli. Steve, hit it.
Show us your raviolis. Show us your raviolis. Show us your raviolis.
What'd you think, Steve, George?
Great stuff. Great stuff.
I could watch them just vamping about football and not really knowing about it. That's my favorite thing in the world is with people
what he was saying. What he was saying was like 85 or 86. I was like, oh, don't let it be the Patriots Super Bowl. Don't let it be of course, it was the Patriots. They got absolutely trounced by the Bears. I was like, oh.
Yeah, but but Refrigerator Perry got all the attention there because he had the unusual name.
Yeah,
it was a G.I. Joe figure.
Scored a touchdown there,
Yeah, that's right.
You could send away, get him as a G.I. Joe. He crossed over, so fantastic. All right, what's up next?
George, you got anything? You got a special little thing you want to do?
Do his intro first.
What is it? It's 250 pounds of lovable trouble named George. George, will you get out of my bed and go downstairs? It's George by George. You'll want to bring the whole family to see George.
Wow.
Okay.
We might need to recut that and add either Joe or Nick's head next to Joe in bed.
Oh, yeah.
That
really
could be easy re-edit.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a new concept. I want to put the three of you guys into the mindset of people whoa.
Sorry, George. I went to go to your single and apparently I did it just a second too late.
Oh, Steve.
This is a big what are we?
Yeah, this is the most waterweed.
I've seen waterweeds before, but this is the most waterweed we've ever waterweed.
Yeah, yeah. This is a concept in which, and Steve, you can bring me back to.
Oh, they are more than. What are we?
Should we just abandon this George segment? Should we just move on to announcements?
See you guys next week.
Cut our losses.
Okay, so the idea is the three of you are at an ad agency in the 80s.
Okay.
And I don't know why can't I see this, Steve? I'm rolling my footage here. What am I doing?
Oh, you might have to remove it and bring it back in. I think if it's usurped, then it has to be.
I've been usurped?
Do you know what usurp means, George?
I have an idea. So I've got to bring it back in. All right.
Wait. I think we can do it. Let's try it.
There we are.
There we go.
So,
Okay.
there's no audio
Usurpation
here. So
complete.
you guys are running an ad agency in the 80s.
Okay.
It's the name of
Pickett,
the place.
Brewer, and Lawrence.
Yep.
Yeah, that is actually the name I was going to give you, but I was going to misspell Brewer if that's okay with you guys.
Oh, sure, of course.
And
that works.
Yeah. So and the idea is I'm a client. I'm going to give you some parameters and some ideas, and you guys have to pick what is the right combination to sell the item.
Okay. I like this.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's do
So
it.
the idea. So first, we're going to start off with a national campaign to sell Transformers, and you guys have to pick: are we going to use the dad from Webster, author Ray Bradbury, or the not Tom Hanks guy from Bosom Buddies? Then
definitely.
Is he going to sing in falsetto, talk like a robot, or rip off his own head? And then is he going to say, and don't disappoint your boys, or they're selling like hotcakes, or these robots are hot? What's the right combination?
And to my understanding, this is how most of these rooms work. Like these advertising rooms work.
Yeah,
Somebody comes in with like options, and then they all have to pick one. Yeah. So.
As the misspelled Brewer, I'm going to go with Alex Karras, the dad from Webster, of course, the former Detroit Lions tackle, whose wife was actually the actress and played the mom in Webster.
That's a fact.
I think he's going to talk like a robot and say these robots are hot.
Okay.
That's exactly what I wrote down.
Okay.
I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna party a little bit here. That I'm gonna say the not Tom Hanks guy from Bosom Buddies. I'm gonna say he rips off his own head because I could see them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've seen that in a video before. And then he's gonna say, I'm gonna say these robots are hot.
Okay.
I'll stick with that one.
All right. Let's see what happens. One Christmas, I'm going to say mid-80s.
It's a working microscope.
But it's really a robot.
What a great tank.
And a plane. And a robot.
These are the Transformers, one of the fastest selling toys in America. If you want one for your kids this Christmas, go now while stores have a good selection. The Transformers, more than the Folks, these robots are hot. Get them by Thanksgiving weekend so you can give them at Christmas. Transformers from Hasbro.
All right. Good work, guys. All right.
Wow.
Now, you could, great work.
I put my name first in the ad agency. I'm telling you, I'm going to lobby for that.
Redo
we might give you an E. If you keep it up, we might give you an E.
All right.
Okay. This time it's a local restaurant. Now, do you want the pitchman to be a filthy prospector, a sleazy waiter, or a jock who cannot read cue cards? Does he show off a buffet? Does he put his hand in soup, or does he eat a dinner roll with a fork? And then does it feature a boy winking at the camera, a narrator saying "almost too good," or a cartoon bat giving a thumbs up?
Nick, why don't you pick the top one? I'll pick the middle one. Steve, you pick the bottom one, because we got to work together here. We got to all be on the same team here.
All right.
Go ahead, Nick. You start the top.
Oh, I get the first choice?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll go with a jock who can't read cue cards, puts his hand in soup, and says it's almost too good.
No. Then I take the second one, the middle one, and then Steve takes the bottom one. You just take the top one. You just choose the top one.
Okay, so
we're all working together.
I see. Okay. So it's
right? We're all on the same team. We're not
okay.
competing.
Well, ad agencies are
you're always
competitive, but
yeah.
Okay, I'll just say a sleazy waiter then.
Okay.
Like
now, eats a dinner roll with a fork. George, you did that one time at Anderson's wedding, and so I feel like maybe you're projecting that on here. So I don't think that's it. I think it's going to be puts his hand in soup.
Okay, Steve.
Almost too good.
Okay, well, let's see.
At North Chuck Wagon, salad as you like it. Steaming vegetable selections. A daily special, fried chicken, baked ham, roast beef, all cooked family style. Drinks and desserts, too, all for one price. At North's Chuck Wagon, for one low price, you can get plumb full of family-style victuals, if your ma let you.
Oh, simply awesome.
Big meal, small price at North's Chuck Wagon.
I don't know about the wink. Yeah.
Nick, old prospectors are in your impression wheelhouse, right?
They sure are, concern it.
All right.
There we go. I knew you were probably itching to do an old prospector after you saw
twist
that.
my arm, yeah.
Okay. The last one. It's a national campaign to sell video games. Is it going to be? Does it start with the sound of screaming, a song that sounds like Maniac, or a Rod Serling-esque narration? It features the U.S. gymnastics team, a family of 4, or a motorcycle gang. And do they turn into Q*berts, fall to a Pac-Man death sound, or dance with Donkey Kong?
I'm going to say a Rod Serling-esque narration for the first one.
Okay.
I think they loved doing that back then.
Take the second one.
I'm going to go with the U.S. gymnastics team.
Okay.
And I'll say falling to the Pac-Man death sound.
Okay, well, I wish it was that.
The Fleeners are about to meet Q*bert. What they don't know is that this cute little character may change their lives. Only you can hop the irresistible Q*bert and avoid nasty characters like Coily. Like the arcade game, the more trouble he gets into, the more involved you'll get trying to save him. You'll hop with him, float with him, you'll anticipate his every move. You'll grow so attached to Q*bert, you'll become one of the family. Q*bert from Parker Brothers.
Absolutely nightmarish.
That is. That's a deathbed vision if I ever saw one. All the Q*berts at the end.
Yeah.
That's a deathbed vision.
I'm glad we continued with George's segment despite the rocky start.
Yeah. All right. So
there's an outro for it.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was waiting for.
Okay.
With love from George.
And a rocky ending too. So we had a rocky start and a rocky ending.
Got it.
How to bookend it.
Let's get into some nice things. We got some time. Let's All right. Let's see. We got some gifts from the UK. Cinematic gave some. We got to meet Cinematic. We got to meet Bob from Hull. We got to meet all sorts of Melindas. Yeah, it was cool.
Cinematic gave me a few things. This is an album that caught my eye. The Elvis Presley Seance.
That's incredible. That's so.
It's
have you listened to it?
No, not yet. But it's like they're performing a seance to channel Elvis Presley after he died. So.
Now,
I
Nick,
recognize Quetzal anywhere.
And the Tibetan. That's great.
Yeah, the Tibetan's there.
Nick, I know normally you don't believe in like stuff like that, like seances and stuff, but this Elvis Presley one, like you're fully on board, right?
Yeah. I mean, look at this lady. Of course. We got this in Nottingham. This is a book that apparently was a treasure hunt that you could follow along with, and people are still looking for this treasure in the U.S. So here's the key to unlocking this treasure. We might be able to find it. I got a Mr. T book, the picture book that was given to me based on the cartoon that we've watched. Some incredible action here. And what else? We met the Starburst magazine guy, and he gave us this new issue, which has stuff about the new Terrifier and cool.
That's a slick looking magazine.
Yeah. So
they interviewed us, or he interviewed us for Starburst a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Here's another tape. I'll just show this. Look at that. They spelled defense differently than we do. But look at this is a autographed. Is that? Yeah, that's a real autograph.
Yeah, we got that from Rob, by the way, at the 80s Video Shop, and he runs Straight to Video, the podcast as well.
Yeah, so we got that, and then also maybe Rob gave us this one too. Imagination with I just like this cover a lot. Just a pretty cover.
It's very pretty.
Is that tomatoes? I think. Yeah.
Peppers. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Hearts? Good. I don't know. So, and then somebody, I don't know, this was on my desk. Did somebody give me a TLC shirt? If so.
Yeah, it was in a box.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I love this. I will absolutely wear this. This is a nice thing for sure.
Steve,
Steve, what do you got?
Oh, I got two cool things. Let me find my close-up. That's not the right one. There I am. I got a Reggie bar.
Ooh.
Said just from Steve, so I don't for Steve, so I don't know.
Is
who
that
got
old
it.
food?
Very old food. So this we actually did. I did a show called Eating History on the History Channel, and they opened it up and ate this. I didn't, but very cool.
They put it back out again recently, so maybe that's a
they
newer one.
re-released it.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, I didn't know they re-released. So I know they did it twice, but like the original time where they gave it at Yankee Stadium. He hit like 3 or 4 home runs, and they pelted the field with it. So they absolutely had to stop the game.
Sports fans.
And then it absolutely Jaws, one of my favorite movies of all time, and the reason why my sister has never gone to Block Island. Saw it when I was 7 years old. Refused to get on a boat to go on the family vacation. Had to cancel the vacation, but now Elodie gets to become comfortable with Jaws, and it's a book of over and under, so it tells a nice, sweet story of Jaws swimming under the boat, and they're over the shark, so you get to learn about over and under. So it's very, very cute.
Is it graphic? Is it pretty graphic too? Like his show?
You mentioned the USS Indianapolis.
It's a little bit scary,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Like
no,
that
they
doll's
have.
eyes. Yeah,
You know,
Quinn's monologue.
They sing a loud song. It's got.
Well, when is she going to learn about blood, though, Steve? Like she's got to learn about blood at some point.
Is that part of the Lil Roy Scheider series?
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Good gifts. Yeah,
I really appreciate it. Thank you for whoever gave those.
I've got a whole
George?
bunch that I just found a box over there. First of all, thank you. I believe this was from Wayne. This Morrissey button in the book How to Fight a Bear and Win. I think that was from her, as well as some awesome Mike and Ikes that I destroyed. Now, Christopher sent me these Commodore socks a long time ago. And I think they arrived a long time ago, but I just found them, so thank you.
You weren't keeping up with the Commodore.
I was not. And then Bob Hedges sent me Savage Mondo Blitzers, which were a commercial that we laughed about with Caitlin on Saturday for about 20 minutes straight. The commercial was incredible. And then somebody sent me, first of all, the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon comic book and children's book that was recently released. I didn't see who this was from, but whoever tell me who sent this. These are amazing.
They spoil us rotten.
Yes,
they really do. And then Steve, you got a couple other cool things over here too. We got Bob from Hull got you a Hull hat.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll try to swing by the office this week.
Yeah.
Sport next week.
All right, let's Nick, you met Lindo Man?
Yeah.
What happened with that?
Well, remember this. Little children from Manchester wanting this man that they found in a bog returned to them.
He got run over by a steamroller, and then they found him years later.
So, yeah, Lindo Man was a man found in a bog in Lindo, outside of Manchester, and he was in a museum there, but then the British Museum acquired him. And that's what the children were singing about in the 80s. They wanted him returned for some reason because they found him, finders keepers.
Would that be a good movie? That would be a great movie. Like, they get their wish.
Well,
Lindo Man is returned. He's like, and he attacks him.
Yeah. I mean, we were on a weird time zone schedule, so I got up early when we were in London, and I went to the British Museum, and I went past some of the most amazing historical artifacts ever assembled. To find Lindo Man,
who's basically garbage, right?
And everyone was ignoring him. It was like one of 1,000 other things. No one cared about Lindo Man, but I found Lindo Man. What do we know about Lindo Man? And I got to meet Lindo Man. There's me and the man himself.
You look exactly like him too.
Thank you.
No different.
Well, one day I will. I was if I slip and fall into a bog, that is.
Right. I get run over by a steamroller. Yeah.
So anyway, I was pretty starstruck, but I did. I mean, you can't go all the way to London and not meet Lindo Man. So
I did.
I tried to smuggle him in my backpack and bring him back to Manchester when we did a show, but the security was pretty tight.
I feel like the security would have been like, you can just have him. It's fine. Go ahead.
Just
don't bring him back.
Half?
Yeah,
don't bring him back. Lower half is still missing.
Well, there was part of the lower half, but
we should have gone looking for the lower half. We should have gone up to Lindau. Yeah,
Wagon site.
Yeah,
and also we have to. It's been a couple of weeks, but the UK kind of delayed us from doing an update on this. But we had the Georgia State Jingle Contest, and we have the results. The results are Well, there's some controversy about the results, first of all, because I accidentally put 2 Kaminsky jewelers on there. But it
There's
doesn't
always
matter.
controversy.
By a long shot, by 57%, Kaminsky jewelers won, even though that was not my personal favorite with the songs we went with.
Well, the conspiracy theories were running wild on the Patreon. People were saying, like, something's fishy here. Why is Nick doing 2 Kaminsky jewelers? Frankly, I want some answers, too. What was the reason for that, Nick?
I think Terry Cullen might have been behind it.
Yeah.
Like Terry Cullen Chevrolet.
Oh.
I think so, but that's what I was rooting for. I mean, Siegel and Sons I like, too, but the
Kaminsky
conspiracy
jewelers
was... Huh?
So good. It's so good it beat itself.
It did,
you know?
yes, by a wide margin. And here's the winning jingle once again. Not my favorite, but gotta go with what the people chose.
If you want ski, good price ski, come in and see Kaminsky.
What are you talking about? That might be the best jingle of all of them, of every single one on the map. What are you talking about?
It's a little too.
Wow. When the map's full, are we going to have like the regions battle it out for like the Northeast jingle versus the West jingle?
Oh, like a civil war.
Sure.
Civil war. A civil jingle war.
We want the jingle of America, the American jingle. What's the greatest American jingle?
I think we take all 50 winning jingles and play them at the same time. But,
okay.
No, George, we'll make this into a competition that'll last us through 2050. So
thank God.
Don't you worry.
It's the flag from Judah, and that's the up-to-date United Jingles of America map.
Wait, what was the flag? I didn't see the flag.
Oh, the flag had the Kaminsky logo there.
Nice. Okay.
It says, "Come in and see Kaminsky."
Yeah,
so,
that's the flag ski.
Yeah,
congratulations, Georgia. Worthy jingle for a great state.
Speaking of Patreon, so you can go to our Patreon right now. And remember when we had Czar on? We're like close personal friends with Czar from Rock's Winning Workout Without Weights. He was one of the demonstrators. And I guess Melinda's sent him some money. He was asking for, he's a rambling man. He hitchhikes, and he was asking for some Venmo money. And people sent it to him. So in response to that, he emailed me the other day. He said, I put together these Sunday 6-pack playlists for people who donated to him. So he puts together like weird deep cut music that he finds online. He puts together 6 of them every single Sunday. And so he sent me 6 of them. He said, would you please put this up so that the people who gave me money can enjoy these songs? And man, he has some weird music on there. It's like,
I haven't listened to all of them yet.
Yeah, there's like an Andy Griffith song on there.
Oh.
Yeah, there's some real deep cut stuff. And it's like stuff with like 53 views. Where I don't even know where he found this stuff, but it's worth checking out. So thank you to people who gave Czar some money.
All right, we have a few announcements, and then we got to get out of here.
Wait! I want to do my Nail Fungal songs.
We don't have time. Can we save it for next week?
Oh,
or
you're
for
asking?
The after party?
Oh,
yeah, we're already at an hour. So
not after party. We're not gonna. No, that's like.
All right, let's save it. Let's save them for next week. I think that's an exciting update.
It's gonna take 3 minutes, but all right.
But we also have some announcements here. But yeah, let's tickle people with a feather. You can hear those Nail Fungal songs next week. We've got some good ones in. But we want to announce that puzzles are in, right? Did those come in?
Oh yeah. The puzzles are finally here. I don't even think we announced this. This is kind of a surprise, but this is we did a workout rewind. We collaborated with Lunch Meat to make a 1,000-piece puzzle of every single celebrity hosted exercise video in puzzle form. And then we also have the other puzzles still, but it should hopefully be on the website right now. You can pick one up. They're in the office. There's so much good stuff on here. And you can only get it at store.foundfootagefest.com. So
those turned out great. I'm excited to actually do the puzzle.
Yeah, this should be a cool one. So, yeah, pick one up.
You talked about not wanting to do the fungal songs in VCR After Party. We have an announcement that's going to make a lot of people angry. After 9 episodes, tomorrow night, VCR After Party will be no more. It was a failed experiment that nobody liked. And
I wonder whose idea was it, Nick? I think it was your idea.
Yeah, my thought was we should keep the shows to an hour and then just like take the leftover stuff that isn't for the general audience and put that on, have that be the looser show that's on the next day. But it just takes twice as long to put together, and nobody really likes it.
And half the people watch it. So, but on this last episode, you will get the results of the cough off. So don't miss it. And then that's what we're going out on, the results of the cough off. That's how we're going to wrap this whole after party thing up. But
that's pretty good.
I'm not going to play nail fungal songs. That's like for the main show. I'm not going to put it in the after party, that trash bin.
Well, if you're a Patreon member, you can, and you should be, you can watch. Sorry, George, I don't know why that always cuts off your chin, but you can.
We could have played the nail fungal videos by now. We could have played them all.
But then we do have to do this as well. You can.
We could have skipped over that.
Carnival in Rio. Carnival in Rio Part 2, the Arnold Schwarzenegger Gropathon from 1983. We will be watching that in an edited form, so join us for that. And for Saturday morning cartoons, we're watching Computer Warriors. George, what's that?
That was a toy line and pilot that never got picked up. I don't even know if it ever aired, but you guys have the VHS tape there in the office. And it was, I don't know, infamous for being unknown.
Okay. Well, we're going to go out with some of Greg's country music videos from Ireland. It's from Derry. But anything else before we say goodnight?
I would say that's it. And if we had been prepared, we could have done better.
We'll be right back right after that.
Check out Your Old Dad on twitch.tv. Your Old Dad. My nose isn't full of yuck anymore.
God damn it.
Oh, sorry, George. You said what again?
Oh, boy.
God damn it.
Could have played the fungal video.
I'll be walking on new grass, singing a new song. Tomorrow there's no telling where I'll be. For I'll be walking on new grass, singing a new song. The next town down the road keeps calling me.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
My nose isn't full of yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Sure, Yodel.
Have a good day.
Sizzler.
Tinkerbell!
We'll be right back right after that. Good luck from all of us at Hagen.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Thank you very much for being here, and God bless you very much.
Nice.
Goodbye.
Jim's Coins in Hilldale.